if there was anything that you seen in Vegas that at that moment when you seen it, you thought to yourself, man, that was fucked up shit. What was there?
You talking about the town?
Just any time, like was there a time that you seen maybe a hit or seen something happen to somebody where you were just like that was gruesome, or that was anything you personally witnessed?
Well, I learned one thing a long time ago. Anytime you hear about a guy being in a trunk and a guy being killed, he deserved it.
Right.
That was the code. They just don't go killing people because they don't deserve it. They don't do that. So they're not like the Colombians. The Colombians, they want to whack somebody, and he goes in the grocery store. The Colombians will whack out everybody in the grocery store.
Right.
We just wait for the one guy. We don't do collateral damage.
Right.
We don't want the public on our ass.
Right. Just get the target.
Yeah, walked in and killed everybody. There was a little kid there. You'd be in serious trouble.
Was the bombing scene, the car bombing scene from Casino, was that like a true story?
Yeah, that happened by the Rick Kellers on Sahara.
When that where
Tony Roman's with the Rip House.
who else was right there too? What's the dude's name? The mayor? Goodman. He was tied up with y'all, huh? He was working with you guys, or was he in the
He was our lawyer. He was my lawyer too.
Oh, see?
Yeah. He was Tony's lawyer and my lawyer.
Crazy.
He wasn't too fucking good. I went to jail and gave him $47,000.
Yeah. So, right, you were telling me earlier, before Tony Spilantro got hit, that you got caught in a net by the feds. Can you tell us a little bit about like what happened that day? Like, how'd your day start that day? I know you probably.
This guy became a friend of mine, and unbeknown to me, was an undercover cop. I never even knew that. He came in there with fucking diamond earrings hanging, the fucking goat cheap the beard, he got long hair. He did a good job of it. He was good, but I never knew him. I would have never knew him.
Right.
And he came around me for about 2 years, coming to my place out here for the work, that's what happened. I learned my lesson.
Do a long investigation.
Learn the routine in the system.
Right.
Yeah, it's all because little Tony once told me that they come in all colors, all shapes.
Right.
Because one day he walked in my joint. He says, "Who's that guy at the end of the bar? You know him?" I said, "Yeah, he's a used car." I said, "Yeah, he's a used car salesman." And how do you know that? I said, "He told me." He could be an FBI guy.
Right.
I said, "Okay." I don't know who he is then.
Right.
So anytime he would ask me, I would say, I don't know who it is.
You never really know, right?
You don't know.
Right.
You don't know. Don't know him. You don't know. He could be your brother. You don't know.
Right.
I mean, it's a serious business. You know what makes a lot of people start talking? They get scared.
Right.
They really do get scared. Because knowing what these people will do to you, you'll die of a heart attack just thinking of what they're going to do to you.
Right.
Tony did not only just put that guy's head in the vice. You know what he did after that, right?
What's that?
He slit his throat while his head was in the vice.
Right. That was just to get the information on where the whereabouts of the other guy was, correct?
Slit his head. So,
I know you said that when you would hear somebody in the trunk of a car or somebody get, they got something, they had it coming to them. That being said, like, I know you were close with Tony Spilantro. How did that make you feel?
That made me feel he had it coming. Okay. He knew that.
Gotcha.
He knew that.
Right. Because like you told me, he told you before.
One of the things he told me, he started when he was 18, they killed him when he was 42. You know what he told me?
What's that?
He had a longer run than My Fair Lady.
Right.
You get that?
It's a long run.
Yeah, he had a long run. He knew it. He knew the road was going to run out.
Right. Just a matter of time.
How long could you walk on glass without getting cut?
Right. That's a good way to put it. Do you think that the way of life has changed the outfit, as far as like, well, not the way of life. Let's say technology. I know you were saying the outfit runs a lot of the unions, a lot of the upper.
Yeah, they own a lot of legitimate operations. They own hotels. They own everything. They own a ton of shit.
They're smart.
You'd be surprised. They own chain grocery stores. They own joints like this. They own chain clubs all over the country. You wouldn't know which ones they are.
China politicians.
I mean, no, everything. You know, they got front men for everything.
Right.
You know, because the guy wants, here, you take a place like this. If he put this together, if he's paying rent right now, he's got to be paying $40,000 a month rent.
Right.
Okay? Now, they're the same way. They've become the landlords. They'll build this and make the $40,000.
Right. And add that up.
See what I mean? You know, not everything is made by the gun anymore. It's made by the brain. The gun days are over. You got the money, now use it in good ways to make money. That's why everybody buys properties. You know, that whole Summerlin. They used to buy property up there when it was $50. When I was here, it was $50 an acre. But who the fuck would go out there?
$50 an acre?
You couldn't get a car out there. You couldn't even go see the property. There was the whole saying. I told you, there was west of Decatur, there was saying.
That's crazy.
Who would think 7-Eleven pop up? Who would think it's, you know?
That's a big thing right there, though. Like he said, I mean, the way the gun was a major thing back then. Now
it's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's all brains.
Right. You see a lot of people like coming up, youngsters coming up, thinking that the way the gun is the way, but you got somebody that was actually like came from that, saying that the way now is buying properties, investing your money.
Yeah, but who do you think the bigger thieves are? You take the stockbroker. You take that one guy that stole how much money?
Sanders or
Not Sanders,
Madoff or whatever.
It's it.
Yeah.
So
Look at all the money he stole. Right. The outfit never made that kind of money.
Right. He was in a billion.
And it's right. He did the Ponzi scheme. That's called the Ponzi scheme.
Right.
Because a guy in Italy by the name of Ponzi started those schemes.
Right.
So they used his name and title in the Ponzi scheme. But that happens every day. I mean, you watch the American Greed on TV. I watch it.
Right.
It tells you the different
corporations and all
They all do
schemes, everybody doing that.
They all do it.
Right.
You got a president that don't even want to show you his income tax form.
Right. How do you feel about Trump?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
I think he's the worst thing that happened to mankind. Because I don't think he's got no balls, and he doesn't know what the fuck he's definitely doing, I can tell you that. He's not politically inclined.
Right. Nah, he's a military.
He's hurting the country. He's killing the reputation of our country. He's taken away everything that took all the fame since we started, 240 years. He's killing it all in his 4-year term. He's killing all that.
All of it. Yeah.
Washing it down the drain.
That's exactly what he's done. Making a fool out of everybody. But the biggest fool is going to be him.
Right. It's like greed. He's greedy.
They're going to get him. Right. We'll see. Let me see. So you got the casino one. Since you've probably seen some of it, what is your aspect or take on the movie The Goodfellas? Do you feel that
The
was portrayed
Goodfellas,
correctly?
no, I did a lot of work with Jesus Christ. Henry Hill. You know Henry Hill?
That was
the Goodfellas. That was the Goodfellas. He was Henry Hill.
That was Ray, or that would have been
Ray Liotta, yeah.
Who he played, right.
Yeah, because I used to call him when Henry and I would do work. I say, "You're starting to act like Ray Liotta, Henry." I told him he used to, but anyway, yeah. I worked with Henry. I did a lot of work with him for about 4 years. I didn't know anything about. He was a burglar. That's all he was. You knew that. He was a robber.
Right.
Okay. And he got lucky with that score. He got a hold of this guy. The guy told him how to get in, give him the key and all that shit. He pulled the biggest robbery in American history with that Lufthansa airline.
Yeah, didn't nobody know about that.
Well, yeah.
Well, they knew afterwards, but
But that was his big thing.
Right.
That's what made him.
Yeah, I heard like because in the movie they have like walking into like the back of the restaurants, the easy access. I was watching an interview right now.
But you know what destroyed him, right?
What was that?
Taking drugs.
all that coke.
Cocaine.
All that
Right.
coke.
Right.
He started selling it on the side. That destroyed him.
Right.
That's why he had to roll over. They were going to kill his whole family.
Right. That's crazy.
You can't do that. You just can't fuck with that shit when your mind got to be clear. You can't do that shit.
Right. Is there any stories you can tell us about Al Capone? Like that you've heard? I know that.
Well, Al Capone was a decent guy. He was a businessman, and during the Depression, he had soup kitchens that he would give everybody free soup and bread. He feed them.
Right.
He did this all the time. He was good. He just ran the beer. Prohibition is when he made all his money.
Right.
Okay, the government wanted no more liquor. He was selling it under the table. That's where he made all his money. He did that in brothels. He gave the public what they want. They wanted whores and they wanted booze. And he gave it to them.
You said you started working in a brothel at what age?
Me? I was 18.
18.
Yeah.
And what was your first job with the?
14, I was a lookout for the book joint.
Right.
Then the second one was I was driving the players to the card games.
Right. What was your favorite position with the outfit?
I hate to say this, but it was the brothel. But not only because of the girls, they were gorgeous, but the people that they brought. We brought in all suits and ties. We got all the conventioneers that would come. I mean, to see the way the human, it was unbelievable. After these girls get done with these guys, they story tell. They come down. Oh yeah, we had to piss all over them. We had to, they tell you the fucking stories. You wanted this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they wanted a daisy chain. That's entertainment. That's entertainment. They get a charge up.
Right.
Yeah, the broad said he wanted me to sit in his face and come in his face and all that shit.
See, they be doing the same shit all this time, y'all.
Right.
That's what they do.
Right.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And I told one time, we used to get all the whores from Texas for some reason. I don't know why. They all come from Dallas. So anyway, this one girl, I told her, I said she was doing good business. She did a lot of guys. She was a pretty girl. And her name was Kitty. I says, Kitty, boy, I said, you're doing a lot of business. Why don't you start buying yourself some property and create a security for yourself? You're young now. 10 years, you can worth a lot of money. She said, I got a pimp. I said, you got a pimp? What are you doing with a fucking pimp? You know what she told me? She blew me away. She said, Tony, the reason I got a pimp, when I go home, I want to go to home something that's lower than me.
Damn. Real shit.
You see what I just told you?
Right.
But then down a while back, she even mentioned to me, she said, when I'm done here, after I told her to put the money together and all that, she says, Tony, when I'm done, I can go back to Dallas and marry the mayor's son. He'll never know what I did. There's no meter on my pussy.
Right.
You get what I mean? The guy will never know she was a hooker.
But never know. Right. Gonna marry you.
I mean, this is the...
See, this is a cold game, y'all.
I mean, this is how they think. You see, this is how they think.
Right.
I mean,
Raw.
We may be rough around the edges, but women are treacherous. They're a different animal. They're treacherous.
What was your favorite? I know we were talking earlier. You told me you liked the showgirls.
I liked the showgirls because they were entertaining. They were live. They were young. They were beautiful.
Right.
And they knew what they had to do. And it was just thrilling. But this whole town was like that.
Right.
The whole town.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you said you had your hands in like clubs. Were there strip clubs back then?
Say what?
Were there strip clubs back then?
Here, no, we didn't have topless. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
The only topless we had was with the showgirls. All the showgirls were topless.
Right.
No, we didn't have no topless joints.
So it was like classy topless. 'Cause to me, that just like classy.
Yeah, right.
Showgirls.
Well, they did it as a show like they do that Zoominian thing.
Right.
That's all part of the act. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, you wouldn't look at it like it was dirty.
Not a strip club, man. That's
Right.
They suited. looking at that. Like,
Yeah, they're doing like shows performing.
And when all the showgirls had to be 5'10" above. If you weren't 5'10", you wouldn't be a show. You couldn't be a showgirl.
Right.
So they used to have to go to France to get a lot of showgirls because they're big in France. That's why they named all these joints the Lido's show. They named them at the Jubilee, Paris, the Paris. That's why they named them after France. Almost all their showgirls were French.
Right. What you got a question? Because I have one. I just lost.
Looking back at it now, if you had to change anything, what would you change? Or if you would change anything?
In my life, you're talking about?
Yeah, in your life.
I would only do one thing. I do it faster so I could have more of it.
Faster, huh? That's smart.
Well, because the thing, like what you're doing right now, what you guys are doing, you're rapping. This is what you want to do. You'll never. If I would ask you, what would you do to change? You said you just want to get better at what you're doing, right?
Yeah,
Or you wouldn't be doing it.
When it's in it, that's correct. That's correct.
Be the best you can at what you do.
Right. Otherwise, there's no point in doing it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So you gotta. I know you got a few things that you work on now. That's like the bulletproof clothing. I see that you're doing something.
Well, we're doing everything else. We do shoes. We do a ton bikini. But we're doing a ton. What we're doing is we're going to have eventually a clothing line.
You say bulletproof bikini?
No, we got bikinis too. We sell.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm giving you from the extreme, from a bulletproof vest to bikini. We sell.
Right.
Oh yeah, but we sell shoes. Did you see the shoes?
I didn't.
You don't have a pair in the car, do you?
Yeah, we're gonna have to see those right there. Yeah, I wear some Tony Montana shoes for sure.
Oh yeah, you would. They look like Dr. Martens.
Okay.
But they had my face on them.
Right.
Oh, the whole thing. You're gonna see it.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's nice. I like it.
Right. Yeah, I see it. Target has a Goodfellas line right now. It's kind of like old school mafia, so kind of clothing. So
Yeah, that's what you
probably
do.
do well. Yeah.
Well, because people will buy it.
Right.
Not everybody. I mean, it's not a Sunday suit, but everybody that likes that kind of thing will buy it.
Right. So I see you also like you're putting your name on some marijuana related things as well, like the dab or the shatter, the dab rigs.
Well, because I tell you why I do that. $8.6 billion business right now in the country.
Right.
It's marijuana. It's going to be all over the whole country. I just want to be one of the first on there. Get my shake once around.
Right. Always forward thinking ahead. Right.
You got to go where the money is.
That's the name of the game. Play chess, right?
You got to go where the money is.
Right.
I mean, it's not that hard.
Right.
And you as long as you pay your taxes, and then you pay your taxes, whatever you make.
Right.
You're not afraid. You want to pay your taxes. That means you're making money. If you're not making money, you can't pay taxes.
Right. Didn't they get Gotti for not paying his taxes?
They got Al Capone.
Oh, Al Capone for not. That's right. The only thing they could get him for, right?
Yeah. They got him on the RICO Act.
Right. I got one more question.
Dang, you ain't seen them all. You seen Capone, Gotti.
I've seen them all.
You ain't seen them all.
Yeah, they've been in my lifetime. You're right.
Which one was the best in your opinion?
Johnny Roselli.
The best boss, period?
Boy, he was not my boss. He was the best. He was smooth.
Right. Smooth operator, best earner, probably.
I mean, he was the one that ran Vegas for us before we came out here.
Right.
It was Johnny Roselli.
Yeah, see, a lot of people think it was Bubby Siegel. That day, he was Mr. Vegas, but he was,
Johnny Roselli.
Right.
First it was Marcia Cafano, then they brought Johnny Roselli. Marcia Cafano was the shooter back home. Then they brought him back home. He was with a group called the Four Horsemen. They were all killers, all four of them.
Right.
When you seen them four guys together, you knew somebody wasn't going to wake up tomorrow.
Right.
Other than that, that's the only time you see them together when they had to go to the war.
Four Horsemen. Cold name right there.
Huh?
That's a cold name. Revelations, Four Horsemen. Ended.
The Horsemen, yeah. Four Horsemen. And you don't want them knocking on your door.
That's crazy. JD wants to know, for you, what was What did you like to run better? What was it? The Rush Gang Streets?
So what did you
say?
Rush Street.
The
Rush Street.
What did you like better, Rush Street in Chicago or the streets of Las Vegas?
Rush Street.
And why would you pick Rush Street?
Rush Street was more exciting than Chicago because Rush Street ran from Grand Avenue to Division. I'd say that was about 12 blocks. They were all nightclubs, upstairs, downstairs, in the basement, and alleys. The whole area was all nightclubs. Big money, more money, a lot of money on it. That's right, my club.
So you like the clubbing thing? That was like one of your things back there. Did you just like the club environment? You like the
Well, I was the one that brought jazz on Rush Street. I like jazz.
right?
Yeah.
Favorite jazz musician?
Well, I had guys you probably never heard of. I had Ahmed Jamal was there. Did you ever hear of him? I know you heard of Ramsey Lewis.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Ramsey Lewis.
And I'm Jamal, because I went to school for music, so I heard about that.
Yeah, Ramsey Lewis, the in crowd, he was in my place. He worked it. I mean, I had the top jazz people in the
At
country.
that time, so yeah.
You like Frank Sinatra now?
Well, Frank Sinatra was never my kind of person, never, because I was never into vocal. I was into jazz.
You went to the instruments. Gotcha.
Because, jazz was the story. I mean, it was an art. It really was. Yeah. Because them guys really get into it. I mean, they really love what they're doing.
Right. Makes sense.
But when I came up, there was also the big bands, too, 20, 30 people in the band, orchestras.
Right.
And the violins. Oh, yeah, I seen it all.
Right.
But you can't afford to pay that now. You can't put orchestra. When I was in Vegas, they were all orchestras. They got rid of them. Because the payroll was too big.
I think when people like associate the outfit or mafia with music, they either think Frank Sinatra or they think opera.
Well, Al Capone was in that.
You think that's where that comes from? That line?
Because Al Capone would rent the Chicago Opera House when Enrico Caruso was there. And when he would get up to go to the bathroom, everybody in the joint got up. He'd buy every seat in the joint he bought. All the people that were there, they worked for him.
Right.
When he get up to go take a piss, they all got up.
At the opera.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So he loved Enrico Caruso. Yeah, he was a lover. He was a pretty good man, Al Capone. He really was a good family man. But he had the brothel, and that's where he got the syphilis. That's what killed him.
Right. Messing around with the whores in the brothel.
Oh, sure. In those days, the Hoovers didn't. Their douche was vinegar and hot warm water. I don't know if you knew that.
Right. Yeah. Girls still use that. Not all girls.
No,
use
not today.
Eve.
They want to use cologne. They want to use perfume.
Right.
They don't use anything medically to clean themselves. They want to smell good.
Right. Right.
Like, I always go back to Charlie Tuna. You remember that commercial, Charlie Tuna? He'd be floating around as Charlie Tuna said, "Listen, why don't you take me as I look good. Charlie, we want something that tastes good."
Crazy. All right. Ed Slaughter wants to know if you feel like for many of the top maybe earners or the Al Capone, the Sam Giancana,
Who made the most money?
was it all worth it in the end? Was it worth it in the end?
For them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel like maybe they lived
Because
the
here,
best life?
listen, let me give you something simple. Would you like to live to 40 years old, have everything, done everything, or live to 80 years old, done nothing, and did nothing?
I guess that's a good way to look at it.
That's the way they look at it.
Right.
And look, people still
That's the
talking
way they look at it. That's right.
And we're still talking to them. We're
That's
still
the way
talking about
they
it.
look at it.
So,
Between
literally
like
talking
living
about it.
life and actually just living. It's two
Right.
different things.
Right.
There is a big difference.
Right.
Because we're all going to die.
Right. That's inevitable. That's for sure. So, like, what do you do in between time?
Depends on how you want to live. Do you want to eat steaks or do you want to eat tuna?
Right.
That's what it is. Money does one thing. It makes you buy whatever you want.
Right.
Other than that, Money's a means of exchange. That's all it is.
You believe in manifestation? You think that like a lot of the things that have happened to just let me start there. You believe in manifestation as just a personal belief?
Do I believe in that? Well, not really. No, I do believe in deja vu.
Right.
Okay? I believe in whatever you do in life and you think you stop, could happen again.
Right.
Yeah. You got to be, you're not going to change your ways.
Right.
Okay? Like, let me explain it very simple. The only thing in the game that changes are the faces. The game's all the same.
Right.
That's all. The faces change, not the games.
Got any more questions? I don't know.
Nah, he pretty much summed it up. We're gonna learn some history, we got some facts, some knowledge, personal opinions.
Anything else you want to add?
Well, there's nothing I really could add other than basically now that I'm retired and what I do now, I enjoy my life just as much now what I do. Because one thing is I do present history, okay? And I bring people into something they never experienced. That's history. They don't know that, you see. They think life was, people today think it was just like it always was, but it wasn't.
Right.
It was not that way at all. And so, but now you make a good living, you enjoy your life, you live a good life, you can do everything legitimately, no problems, and it works out for me.
Right.
So I got no complaints.
I appreciate you kicking the knowledge down. Appreciate Mr. Tony Montana.
My pleasure, and I hope you guys have a hit record.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.